Good morning. My name is Debbie Pyatt. I'm a fitness and wellness specialist too with Memorial Health System. This is our Move series, and today I'm going to talk about using a foam roller and its benefits. Now, if you're not familiar with the foam roller, they're not that expensive. There's different lengths and there's different densities that you can get. I prefer the black ones, which are very, very firm. So as we lay on it, we are not making an indentation in the foam roller. Plus, they last a lot longer than the softer ones. Now, some people kind of feel these are a little bit more painful. I hate to use that terminology, no pain, no gain, but these are serving a purpose. And what I'm going to show you today is how to use them on the muscles for your shoulders, your neck, your back, to open up those hips as well. They are a great therapy tool that you can have at home. This is a 36-inch. This one is a 24. They have 18-inch. And like I said, they have different densities. The softer ones usually come in colors. The firmer ones, like I like to use, which I think you're getting more for your money because the longevity is going to be better and it's going to give you better benefits. These run anywhere from $18 to $30. But all the ones I've purchased, and I've probably purchased over 30 of these in the last few years, not because they wear out, but for my students in my classes and the different gyms I've run. These I feel are more beneficial because of the length. That way when we run it down the spine, it's the actual length of the spine, a little bit longer. These are a little bit shorter though, and they are still very beneficial. I have only paid about $21 and some change for the ones I bought. So when you go to get one, if there's one that's $30 plus, look around because you can find one a little bit less expensive. So we're going to lay down on the floor. And one of the things that freaks people out, because I have taught classes with these, is getting down on the floor. They're afraid they're going to fall. So if you have that fear, put a kitchen chair. I'm always saying bring in a kitchen chair because it's stable and it's sturdy. And set it there so you have something to hang on to when you're getting down to try to balance on this foam roller. So I'm going to lie it on the floor here, and I'm not going to use anything to hang on to. But when you first start using it, just like a stability ball, I have people using a stability ball get close to the wall so they have something to hang on to, or bring in a nice sturdy chair that you can hang on to so you're not going to fall. If you fall, chances are you're not going to use this again. I don't want you to fall. You don't want to fall. So I'm going to go down and I'm going to sit on this foam roller. Now, if you notice, I put my hands on it before I put my buns on it. That way it stabilized it a little bit. I didn't just rest my hands there. I gripped it and pushed it into the floor so it was stable, not moving around on me. Now, I use this every morning. And it's kind of like giving yourself a deep tissue massage. If you have knots, if you have tightness, aches and pains in the back, this is a great way to get those muscles to relax. I'm going to show you how to use it on the neck, the shoulders, and to open up the hips as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll out the backs of my legs first. So tight hamstrings, I believe, are the #1 cause of back surgeries. We don't relax these hamstrings, which is one of the larger groups in the body, then it's going to pull on the hips, then it's going to pull on the back. So if you walk around all day long with tight hamstrings, most likely you're going to have hip issues or back issues over time, even knee issues. So I'm going to show you how to roll out the hamstrings. So I'm going to lean back and place my hands on the floor. I'm going to extend my legs out, and I'm going to roll down those hamstrings using my hands to walk backwards, pulling the legs back and forth. My hands stay in place. You can move them if you want. I could walk my hands up and then I could walk my hands back. But I can put my hands in place, keep the chest open, and we roll back and forth on those hamstrings. Now, many times behind the knee, we have some tightness too. So you can roll back a little farther, get the back of that knee underneath there. You do have to have a little bit of upper body strength to do this, but over time you'll get stronger and stronger at it. Now, calf muscles also get tight, so I'm going to lay it underneath my calves. I'm going to lift up and do the same thing, rolling back and forth on my calves. I'm controlling the pressure here. I am lifting up with my arms, so if I find a sore spot, a tight muscle, I can take the pressure off of it just slightly. But the key is when you find something that's knotted or sore, it needs your attention. So you want to leave the foam roller there and just do a small movement back and forth, massaging that tight muscle so it begins to relax. So that was lower body. Now, I'm going to place my bottom back on here, and I'm going to show you how to roll out the back. So I'm going to put my legs out front, and I'm going to walk my feet out, slowly lowering my body down onto the foam roller. All right, now I hang on to my legs when I first get into this position. You can let the arms relax. You can hold the legs the whole time, totally up to you. So I'm going to walk my feet forward, so I am rolling that foam roller up my back. Now, you probably can't hear the snap, crackle, and pop going on, but it's actually a very good feeling. Now, my low back, feeling a little tightness there. So I'm just going to rock back and forth on the low back to get it to relax. Truly, this is the best way I know of to give yourself a deep tissue massage. And again, you can control the pressure. I can put my arms down and lift up a little bit if I feel it's too much pressure on my back. So rolling back and forth, when you hear that snap, crackle, pop, as long as it's not hurting you, it's not causing any harm to the body. Now I'm going to go out a little bit farther, and I'm going to get my shoulders involved, right over that scapula. Now, those of you with long hair, I will warn you, you might want to pull your hair up. Also, you don't want to do this with the hoodie on. What happens is you're going to roll over the hair, or you're going to roll over that hoodie, then you're going to be stuck, and you have to yell for help. And it gets a little embarrassing when you do that. So, pull that hair up, and then roll up those shoulder blades or scapula. You can feel little knots. You can lean more to one side, getting the left shoulder blade a little more. Now the right. And you can do this for whatever length of time you need to do it to get relief. So there was the shoulders, the back, the hamstrings, behind the knees, and the calf muscles. Now I'm going to show you how to release the neck. Many people have neck tension. These suboccipitals, which are at the base of the skull, top of the neck, carry a lot of tension. Number one, bad posture, which if you watch my videos, you know I talk about that all the time and how to correct it and be aware of it. But this is a way to get some release of tension at the base of the skull and top of the neck. It'll reduce headaches. It will get your sinuses draining. And you can feel things begin to move once you get that tight area at the back of the head loosened up. So now I'm going to take this foam roller, and because I have the 36-inch one, I'm going to scoot back a little bit on it. If you notice, my butt isn't all the way at the end. I have a few inches down here before I lie back. Now I'm going to lie all the way back, and again, if this frightens you and you're afraid you're going to fall off, get beside something that you can hang on to. Now I'm going to make sure that my alignment is the spine right on that foam roller. So that might take a little bit of movement and adjusting. Now, I lifted up my hair, and I'm feeling the edge of that foam roller right along those suboccipitals, right at the base of my skull, the top of my neck. Now, in this position, I want to relax the other body parts. Whatever body part I am trying to work and gain relief is where I want all the energy going. So the rest of my body, I need to relax a little bit. Head's hanging back there. Okay, that's the first thing. Now, palms face the ceiling. Relax your arms and your shoulders. Let your chest open over this foam roller. Fingers relaxed. All right, my head's hung there a little bit. I'm used to this position. So now, I turn my head to the right, pressing the back of my head into that foam roller. I come back to center, and I press my head into the left, pushing it in to that foam roller. So you might have to do some movement, some adjusting to hit the right spot, but immediately you will feel sinus pressure leaving the body. You'll feel some drainage there, but you're also getting in a relaxed state with that neck, which will help reduce headaches. Now, another good benefit of lying in this position on the foam roller is to open up the chest. As I talk about all the time, we all, me too, have bad posture throughout the day, and we round the shoulders and pull forward. Lying in this position with that foam roller running up my spine allows my chest to open. Those chest muscles are beginning to relax as I stay in this position and recreate good body alignment. Now, one of the things I'm going to show you is the way you can work on that chest and the fronts of the shoulders a little more by opening those arms. Allow those arms to slowly open. When you start to feel resistance, you stop there. Don't just push them all the way to the floor. Now, as you lay here, you start to feel those muscles relax. Let the arms go a little bit lower so you can feel that chest expansion. Over time, they should drop all the way down where you can get the tops of the hands to the floor. But don't push that. Stay there. Let the muscles elongate. Let them stretch out on their own rather than you forcing the issue. But this is going to open the chest, which expands the front of the body where we have rounded over all day long and shorten these muscles. It's going to shorten the muscles in the upper back and the shoulders, again, where we have overextended them with poor posture. All right, I'm going to show you one more thing that you can do. And this was taught to me by a chiropractor in the great state of West Virginia. And he put out a book that said you can heal your own back 90% of the time. So I have this under my hips or under my pelvis. I can feel my hip bones sticking up here. Now, from this position, if you're a little afraid that foam roller is going to get away from you, just place your hands over the end of it. You're going to extend one leg out, heel in, toes rotated out, and then the other leg, heel in, toes rotated out. Now, in this position, we're doing a couple of things. First, we're recreating that low lumbar curve. That curve is now felt in the back. You can feel the rounding. All day long, bad posture, we lose that low lumbar curve. So this is reminding the muscles what their job is in the lumbar area. But what this is also doing is opening up my hips. I can feel my hip bones here. This is opening those hips up. Why is that important? Because to maintain balance as we mature through life, our hips get tight because we're not stretching them. When your hips tighten, your stride length changes. Number one, you're at a higher risk for falls. Number two, you're at a higher risk for injury if we don't keep these flexible. So heels in, toes turned out. He recommends you can sit here 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes, your prerogative, but go ahead and hang out there. You will feel the tightness that you didn't even realize you had in your hips. Now, next, we put the heel down and the toes up. We raise the other leg and put the heel on the toes. Again, we're just going to hang out this position, relaxing the upper body because we are working from the hips downward. You're going to feel this on the back side of the hips, the low back, and the front. Then, same amount of time, you want to move that other leg midline of body, and you're going to put that heel up on the toes. You're going to stay in this position. One side more than the other is going to be a little bit more tight. You're going to feel that imbalance. But doing this on a regular basis will start to regain flexibility in the hips so we don't shorten the stride length, so we can improve our balance, so we can keep good range of motion and reduce our risk of injuries. All right, that's all I'm going to show you today with the foam roller. I have taught classes with the foam roller. There are exercises that you can do with them. But today I wanted to show you the great benefits, just those movements I showed you. If you order this $22 foam roller, and if you order it online, usually you have it within 2 days, start using it, get comfortable with it. you will be amazed at the change that you begin to see in your flexibility, in how you feel, in the muscles relaxing and doing what they're supposed to do. If a muscle is shortened and tightened, it cannot work the way it is intended to work to support the joints and the bones. I hope you enjoyed this. Thank you again for joining me on Fridays. I appreciate your time. I hope you're learning things. Get a foam roller. It's a great benefit for you, and it will last you forever. I'll see you again next week. Bye-bye.